Today, we're going to talk about the goose and what it means if it shows up as a power animal or a totem animal for you. Now, with me, the goose has been showing up a lot lately in the last couple months. And when I came out of work the other day and went to my car, there was two Canadian geese that were sitting right on the other side of my car. So I'm like, well, this is an opportune time to check in to see what the goose's message is. Now, the goose has to do with bringing in your childlike nature, finding that child within again, and really anchoring that energy within you. It also has to do with spiritual quests. So when you're working with goose energy, you have to be open to creativity, your imagination, that childlikeness within you. There are two different types of geese. There's the Canadian goose and the snow goose. And in some realms, it depends on which goose it is that shows up on what it might mean. So if it's a Canadian goose, it might be trying to tell you to kind of like lose your inhibitions and sing or chant as loudly as you can. And it kind of reminds me of the song from years ago about sing like nobody's listening, dance like nobody's watching, where you're really allowing that childlike self, the child within, to come out and play. And if it's a snow goose, it might have to do with you're getting ready to travel. You might be going back to a familiar place or a place that you haven't been to in a while. So it's asking you when you go to look through different eyes and see if different things show up. If you haven't been someplace in quite some time, if you look through the eyes with a childlike nature, you might find out things that you didn't see the first time you were there. So you just want to view it with fresh eyes. Here in the United States, most of the geese that we see are Canadian geese. So the goose basically beckons you to stimulate your creative side and release the child within. It also wants you to look at maybe you have a project that you have put off. Goose can help you to unblock that information and be able to communicate it out to the world. Put down your defenses. Trust your childlike spirit to grow to a higher spiritual level. An affirmation that you can make or do to call in the energy of the goose is, I call on Goose, who flies with a clear view in sight, to let me view a new perspective to my spiritual side, stirring the creative energy hidden within. I ask to be able to maintain a clear vision to experience my higher self. Now, the geese are also connected to the winter solstice and the full moon. So if Goose has shown up as a totem on the next full moon, you might want to do a meditation to tap into the energy of the goose and see what they might actually be asking of you or trying to show you. Also, the goose is very well known to be kind of aggressive, especially if there's young ones around, but it can be aggressive. So again, you want to look at your life. Are you being too aggressive? Are you not being aggressive enough? In your healing that you're doing with yourself, have you kind of like been blasé about your healing, finding out what's going on and changing it, changing your mindset? Or have you been too aggressive and maybe scaring yourself a little bit? So again, look at how you're responding to different stimuli that are coming into your life and call on the goose so that she can bring you more back into that childhood, innocent, imaginative way of dealing with things that are going on in your life and coming from a space of being more gentle with yourself, not being so aggressive, or if you do need to be a little bit more so, then take your healing into your own hands, but also call on the goose during the full moons because that's when we're releasing things that no longer serve us. So that's just a quick, short introduction into the goose medicine. And so if that is one of your totems, then you can actually tap into more. If you want more information, just put a comment below and I will add more if you need to know more about the goose, because there's a lot more. But this is just a quick introduction, and I hope you enjoy your day, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.